Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. It's not every day that the NFL throws a major curveball into the mix, especially involving one of the Steelers' biggest division rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles. But recent whispers and rumors are swirling around that A.J. Brown, one of the league's most explosive wide receivers, might soon find himself wearing the black and gold of the Steelers. That's right, the idea of Brown in a Steelers uniform is no longer just a fan fantasy. It's gaining serious traction among insiders, and for good reason. Let's set the scene first. The Eagles, sitting at an 8-4 record, are currently facing a tight squeeze financially. With about $12 million in cap space, they're clearly looking at some tough choices. The team's core, Jalen Hurts, Devonta Smith, and now A.J. Brown, are all but indispensable, but the salary cap doesn't lie. Reports suggest that the Eagles are contemplating a major rebuild, or at least a partial one, to free up cap space for extensions. The focus is on keeping Jalen Hurts happy with a lucrative contract, which might mean letting go of some other key players, including Brown. The rumor is that Philadelphia could be shopping Brown around in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. That's a significant haul, and it speaks to how much the Eagles are willing to shake things up, especially if they think they can replenish their roster with younger talent and draft picks instead of paying top dollar for veterans. Now, this potential trade makes a lot of sense from Pittsburgh's perspective, particularly given the current needs of the Steelers. Pittsburgh has been trying to find consistent explosive weapons for quarterback Justin Fields, who's still just scratching the surface of his potential. After the rumors about George Pickens possibly heading out, the Steelers are on the lookout for someone who can truly elevate the passing game. Enter A.J. Brown, a true titan when it comes to contested catches, a receiver who can physically dominate defensive backs and turn short plays into big gains. His profile is exactly what Pittsburgh needs to transform their aerial attack from decent to deadly. Brown's stats are impressive, no doubt. Drafted in 2019 by the Tennessee Titans, he's amassed over 500 receiving yards and scored 45 touchdowns. His career average of 14.2 yards per reception shows he's not just a possession receiver. He can stretch the field, create mismatches, and make plays in tight windows. His PFF grade of 88.5 over his career highlights his consistency and elite-level talent. In 2025, despite some minor injuries that limited him to 11 games, he still managed to rack up 56 catches for 699 yards and 6 touchdowns. His yards per game, averaging over 63 yards, an EPA per target of 0.35, underline just how impactful he is every time he steps onto the field. His ability to make yards after the catch, averaging 4.2 yards per reception, makes him a perfect fit for Pittsburgh's offensive schemes, which thrive on yards after the catch and creating mismatches. What makes Brown even more appealing is his post-reception strength. Take Week 2, for example, when he racked up 149 yards, showing he can be a game-changer when healthy. His history of 3 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pro selections speaks to his elite status. He's avoided serious injuries in recent seasons, with the only notable issue being a minor ankle sprain in 2025, which is unlikely to affect his future availability. The optimism around him is backed by his ability to perform under pressure, especially in clutch moments. His knack for contested catches and his physicality remind many Steelers fans of the greats who have worn the black and gold. So, why would the Eagles consider trading Brown? Well, the reasoning is rooted in their current cap situation and team reconstruction plans. The Eagles are leaking points defensively, giving up around 28 points per game, a number that suggests their defense isn't quite up to scratch. To fix that, they need to allocate cap dollars to strengthen the offensive line and bolster their pass rush, especially at edge rusher. With only $12 million in cap space, they simply don't have enough room to extend Brown's contract, which is projected to carry a $30 million cap hit in 2026. The team's focus is shifting toward a youth movement, trading away veteran assets for draft picks to rebuild with younger, cheaper talent. similar to what the Dolphins did with Tyreek Hill last year, freeing up cap space to pursue future stars. For the Steelers, on the other hand, this potential acquisition would be transformative. Pittsburgh's offense has been decent, averaging around 4 points per game, but adding Brown could elevate that number significantly. His ability to increase EPA per pass by over 15%, with quarterback Justin Fields, would open up the entire offense. Imagine Brown lining up on the outside, forcing defenses to double him, which would create more space for the likes of Pickens or even Harris out of the backfield. His projected yards per game would jump to around 63, with an additional 3 touchdowns on his stat sheet, based on his history and current performance trends. The mismatch against current Steelers cornerbacks, like Pickens versus opposing defenders, would be night and day. Brown's yards per route run, 3.1 yards, is superior to many of the team's current receivers, and he has a knack for making big plays in critical moments. From a strategic standpoint, the trade would also be a massive cap relief for the Steelers. With a restructure, the cap hit for Brown could be reduced to around $3.7 million in 2026, freeing up roughly $40 million in cap space, according to projections from Over the Cap. That extra space could be used to bolster other areas of the roster, especially in free agency or to extend key players like T.J. Watt or Cam Hayward. The Steelers have shown a willingness to be aggressive in recent years, making moves that position them for sustained success rather than just a one-year push. Looking at the big picture, bringing Brown into Pittsburgh could be viewed as a move that elevates the team's Super Bowl odds considerably. Currently, the Steelers are considered long shots at +8-0, but with Brown as a clear X factor, their odds could plummet to around +3-0. His contested catchability alone boosts their chances in the red zone, where NFL.com stats show that elite receivers can increase win probabilities by over 12%. In playoff scenarios, having a receiver of Brown's caliber, someone who can consistently win contested catches, gives the Steelers a real shot at making a deep run. The data shows that teams with top-tier WRs tend to win about 2 more games on average in the postseason, and Brown's addition would certainly help Pittsburgh close the gap on the league's top contenders like the Chiefs, +900, or the Ravens, +800. What's truly exciting is that this potential trade signals a shift in Steelers' philosophy. It echoes past landmark moves like the Antonio Brown trade in 2019, which helped propel the franchise to new heights. Brown's arrival could be the catalyst that pushes the Steelers into a new era of dominance, especially with Justin Fields developing into a true franchise quarterback and a young core that's hungry for success. The energy in Pittsburgh right now is palpable, with fans dreaming of more playoff appearances, deep runs, and maybe even a Super Bowl victory. The idea of pairing a player like Brown with the talent already on the roster creates a tantalizing picture of what could be. Of course, all of this is still in the realm of speculation, but the signs are pointing toward a very real possibility that the Steelers could be making a splash in the trade market this offseason. The team's management has shown patience and strategic thinking in recent years, and they're clearly looking to capitalize on opportunities to upgrade their roster, especially at wide receiver. Brown's potential arrival would be a statement that the Steelers are serious about competing at the highest level, not just for one season, but for multiple contenders, years to come. In conclusion, if this trade comes to fruition, it could be one of the most pivotal moves in recent Steelers history. It would not only give Pittsburgh a top-tier receiver to pair with Fields, but also send a message to the rest of the league that the Steelers are back in the game, ready to contend for championships. The AFC North is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals always in the mix, but a move like this could tip the scales in Pittsburgh's favor. It's a bold, aggressive step, exactly what this franchise needs to reestablish itself as a perennial powerhouse. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe the Steelers should pursue A.J. Brown if the opportunity presents itself? How much would he change the outlook for this team? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. The offseason is heating up, And if recent years have shown us anything, it's that Pittsburgh isn't afraid to make bold moves. The future looks bright, and with Brown potentially on board, the black and gold could be heading toward another golden era.